How you going, everyone? Just putting together another illustration for the I Am Haunted Poetry Collection book project, which will be released later this year by JJ Carpenter. And I'm very excited about this new piece. It's based on this really deep poem, and it covers a lot of things and a lot of deep stuff, which all the poems show that element of emotion. This one's called Whose Witness, and it really sang out to me. So I've came up with a very interesting sketch, which you might have seen in the previews there. So I'll just give you a closer look at that sketch here. And as you can see, I've got the concept there all sorted out, and I will then now start building the final illustration of it. So I will just keep you updated slowly on my progress. This will take a bit longer to put together than some of the others because it will require a lot of drying time in between illustrative sessions, and I'll explain that more as I go through it. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the making of this one.
So I'm just mapping out now just the pencil illustration for the final drawing here. So I'm just going to get all the detail where I want it to be with the pencils. So if we just go back here, get a bit more of a look at the eye there. And so once I've finished this, then I can start layering in the watercolor and just getting the build up. I'm not going to worry about the tier illustration side of things, which is this portion. I'm not going to worry about that till the very end, after all of the watercolor is in place, and I'm happy with all the detail there, even the black build up. The very last thing I'm going to do is that white tier, and it's going to be white paint layered over the top. And that might even be after everything is dried. So, well, most likely it'll be when everything is dry and ready to go, so I get no runs or anything like that, or imperfections in the art. So this will take a bit longer to do, but it's going to be well worth it. I think the final effect, we're going to have a very sort of dark grey toned illustration, and then with a white paint build up over the eye going down right to the bottom of the page, and also layering the white in the iris there. So I think that will deliver a very strong effect and build up the idea that I came up with on the sketch. So anyway, on we go. That's full coverage of water, just going over the illustration. And remember what I was mentioning before, is I'm not worried about the white detail because that's all coming at the end. So this is just about covering that surface area with tone, and that's how I'm going to start building it up. So this is just generally just a bit of a wash. Keep adding, keep popping in some tone where I can. So this is just using my little palette here, and I actually really love how they actually end up turning into a bit of an illustration themselves when you just work through it. And I quite love how the working area actually looks quite emotional, because it is actually drawing from me putting together the final art here. So yeah, so just putting a bit of a wash now and just getting that surface area covered, and now I can start working in some darker tones to finalize and build it up. So yeah, so just sort of give you this little preview, and I'll be back soon.
Well, things have happened or progressed a lot faster than I expected them to with this one. Actually, I've just laid down a lot of watercolor and built up all the shades, and I'll just show you the result now. It's actually looking pretty damn good. Like, I'm really pleased with how this is all coming together. So all of the tone is pretty much where I want it to be right now. So what I'm going to do is just let it set, just let it dry and let it sink in, and I believe it's time for the white paint to go on, and after that there'll be some extra black detail to go over the top, and that should be final. I might work them the other way around. I might do the black first and the white. I'll just see how the how the medium sits into the paper before I decide on what order I'm going to do things with the detail. But ultimately, very, very pleased with where the artwork has come to at this point. So anyway, excited to show you that. And good morning to you. I just wanted to give you a little update on the image that I was working on earlier, and I've finally gotten to a final result with it, which it's come out really, really well. So all of the watercolor had all settled into the stock. It's all dry, and I was able to apply the darker elements of the black, so to get that density, that shadow. And I'll just show you how all of the white is laid down. So I believe it's come up really, really well now. So there's the final piece. So now it's ready for scanning and for just some slight curve work in Photoshop, and then I'll be able to send that off. So I think it's come up really, really well. It's quite a striking piece, so I'm really, really pleased with how this has turned out, just with a bit of patience and just allowing that medium to settle. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this making of this particular artwork, and I'll see you for the next one. Remember, JJ Carpenter's I Am Haunted book is coming out later this year, so I hope you get to enjoy it in its entirety. Take care, bye.